Tony Ferguson is like my favorite example, who was the boogeyman in the lightweight division of the UFC for years. For years, he was the guy who was like this unstoppable force that had bottomless cardio, never stopped coming after you, and was just hell-bent on destruction, and beat the out of everybody. Beat the out of everybody for years until he fought Justin Gaethje. And Justin Gaethje beat him so bad, he was never the same again. He was never the same guy again. He went from being a favorite in the Justin Gaethje fight, I think he was a slight favorite going into that fight, to after the fight was over, he got stopped in the later rounds and never recovered. Sometimes it happens over the course of just 1 or 2 fights. You go from being the pound for pound best in the world to a guy who nobody thinks is going to win the title again. So 6 months later, you're in a totally different reality. You're in a depressed reality, and then maybe you are physically depressed because maybe you got really hurt in your last fight, so you're probably suffering from some brain damage, more physical than mental. Because I think Tony's mental, his fortitude is unstoppable. He's just got this mindset, but I don't think his body responded. A lot of fighters, especially towards the end of their career, turn to drugs. And I think there's probably like a constant state of discomfort that they live in, where their dopamine levels are all f***ed up, their cortisol levels are all f***ed up, their body's just, you're not supposed to get punched in the head 1,000 times a year. It's just not supposed to happen, and that's the reality of consistent training. When you're natural and you get beat up a few times, you're not the same person anymore. And I've seen it many, many times. One bad beating, and the guy's done.
Fighting is a noble sport. Men trade their brain health to feed their families and experience the glory of victory. But every fighter should know when it's time to stop. Hit like on the video to honor all the fallen warriors, and if you want to learn about Tony Ferguson's ongoing story, click the video on the screen.